All right, so Madison Bumgarner signed with the Arizona Diamondbacks yesterday, and it is a really good deal. And it also looks like they're looking to trade Robbie Ray, which makes a little bit of sense. You know, you just added a pretty solid lefty to your rotation in Bumgarner. You don't really need a similar type pitcher in Robbie Ray, so they might as well trade him, see if they can get maybe some offensive help in the lineup. And that's what we're going to do today in the offseason rebuild for the Diamondbacks. And I hope you guys still enjoy these videos. If you do, thumbs up down below, subscribe to the channel if you're new and enjoyed the content, and as always, in the comment section, let me know future videos you would like to see. If you missed last video, it's going to be on screen now and also in the top corner here. Go and give it a watch if you missed it. And in the description, all social media links are there. Go and give them a follow: Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, all that good stuff. Above me is a new roster that I'm going to be using. Is actually really up to date. The roster, the ratings look really good. This is going to be the username that you search to find the roster. So this is the username of the person, and it'll be up there in the corner. Let's get into this D-backs off-season rebuild. All right, so with this roster, all free agents that are actually free agents in real life are in the free agency pool, which is a good thing and a bad thing. So the bad news is some of these guys won't get signed and they'll sit in free agency throughout the entire season. A good thing is I could start the rebuild right now and I don't have to simulate a year in advance. I can just pick a couple of free agents that I think would help the team, and we can go from there. So I'm kind of torn on which to do. Do I start now or do I simulate and kind of make it look like it's like the actual real life where we're actually heading into 2020 rather than starting in 2019? So for me, I'm going to keep it how we normally do it. We're going to simulate a season in advance and then start it in 2020 so that we can actually have it more realistic. So that means some of these players won't get signed. Probably most of them won't. And I feel like that's just more realistic. And I know my rebuilds aren't realistic at all, but I feel like for this part, I'll let teams attack any free agents that they want, but we'll see how it looks in free agency. Most of these guys will probably still be in free agency anyways. So let's see what we can do. I'll see you guys at free agency or the off season, and we'll get this rebuild started. All right, so it's off season time, and the year didn't go great, but that's okay. That's not what we're here for. We're ready to get this next year started, get the actual rebuild going. So let's take a look at the team really quick. We only have Mike Leake as a negotiation, so that's okay. So when you look at the team, you know, Robbie Ray looks great, but he's a very similar pitcher to what Mad Bum is. So I feel like he's a little extra. We don't necessarily need him in the squad. You know, we got Alex Young, who's young, Zach Gallen, Luke Weaver, all developing. You know, we still have Mike Leake, like I mentioned. And you look at the bullpen, besides Junior Guerra and these two guys, and even Bradley kind of sucked. What the heck? Like the bullpen's kind of my area I want to attack. I'll probably keep Leake for one more year. Maybe try to trade Robbie Ray for maybe a more like a different type of pitcher, or maybe help out this offensive lineup. Because right field, there's Rojas, who looks okay, but I feel like we could get someone a little bit better. Carson Kelly needs to start at catcher no matter what. We got Nick Ahmed at short, who's a beast defensively. Hitting wise, you know, but we'll see how that goes. Carlos Asuaje, I know, has recently signed with the Diamondbacks. So offensively, the team looks really good. I think right field is really the question mark with this team. You know, if we can find a new right fielder, that'd be great. And then maybe kind of solidify this bullpen and maybe a stronger pitcher. We'll have to wait and see. So Mike Leake, do we do it 1 year? I'm gonna hold off. I thought about bringing him back, but then I was like, you know what, we might be able to get someone else in free agency that would be just as good, maybe a little bit better. So you guys can see Ryu didn't get signed by anybody. I think he would be a great pickup for a team, so I think that would be kind of a good person to have. Alex Wood didn't get picked up either, so maybe even bring in Alex Wood, Dallas Keuchel, Julio Teheran. So there definitely were some names that didn't get picked up, which is disappointing, but you know what, that's how MLB The Show works, and no free agents are usually signed. We're signing this guy 100% because he's got a potential. Excuse me. And then let's look at right fielders. Garcia Castellanos didn't get signed by anybody. Puig didn't get signed by anybody. Man, that's annoying. So I think Castellanos with the D-backs would be a great pickup.
I think Puig would be as well. So what I'm gonna do is I am actually gonna maybe even Domingo Santana. You know what? I'm gonna go for. We haven't had Domingo Santana in a while. Let's go Domingo Santana for 3 years. Why not? And then we'll go after some pitchers and we'll see what we can do with this team. Alrighty, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to acquire a new lefty because we kind of need one in the bullpen. We're going to get Alex Claudio for Junior Guerra, Merrill Kelly, and Braden Shipley. He's kind of the piece that gets it over. And at 28 years old, a potential 68, he'll probably only hit like 73 by the end of the year. So I'm okay trading for a little bit better of a lefty to help us out in the bullpen. So another thing that I did was top free agents that got signed to teams. Unfortunately, Dallas Keuchel didn't. That's kind of the only one that was really available that didn't get signed. So all the top free agents, what I did was I went around and I upped their rating back to like what their rating would be if they didn't sit a full season in free agency. So everybody's rating has kind of gone back up to what they normally would be. And then you'll see why I did that was because I saw Sergio Romo and Steve Cishek were both options in the bullpen, and I think they would really help out the Diamondbacks bullpen. And I feel like we kind of need like that setup guy. So Steve Cishek's an 80. You know, I felt like his ratings were okay. I didn't need to bump him up, but Sergio Romo was like a 63 or something after sitting out a full season. So I bumped him up. I think he's like a 79 or an 80. I think that's an okay rating for Sergio Romo. He's one of the top like setup guys. He's really good. He's never been known for his velocity. Probably should be a little bit lower. So what I'll do is I'll dip him down to maybe like a 77, 78. But I still think, you know, that's a good range for Sergio Romo. What I'm going to do is I'm going to trade Robbie Ray now. And then when you look at our lineup, you know, Domingo Santana is probably going to play right field for us, even though Joshua Rojas actually looks like a decent little pickup for the Diamondbacks. They already had him. So I guess I shouldn't say a pickup, but like a decent player for them. And then who's this? DH. And then we'll just kind of rock like this. I think he'll be our right fielder for the time being, see how it goes. And then we'll make some changes to the lineup as needed. But for now, I like the team. Our bench has some pop off of it or with it with Christian Walker, Jake Lamb. You know, I think the team looks pretty solid. I just want to make a trade for Robbie Ray right now. All right, we're going for Jesus Luzardo. I have a feeling he might help us out. I know it's another lefty and it's kind of a similar pitcher to Robbie Ray. And I was kind of looking at other options that are available. Could we get Jose Barrios? Since we do need a righty, we have 3 righties in the lineup. Robbie Ray would replace Jesus Luzardo, or Luzardo would replace Robbie Ray. There we go. I can speak English, I swear. But I was kind of looking around. Maybe Michael Fulmer wouldn't be a bad one. What's his contract like? Now I'm thinking, what do we do here? Now I'm kind of thinking, should we? Let's go for Luzardo. I don't think I've ever had him in a rebuild. I don't think, unless we've done like the Athletics or something, or he wasn't like that highly rated. So let's go with that. We're giving up Widener, Robbie Ray, and then a center field prospect. But you can see we have 3A potential center field prospects, so it's not that bad of a deal. So this is the team right here. It looks okay. I think Luzardo will be solid. Weaver's going to get better as well. These are kind of my question marks for the team right now. I did pick up Jarrell Cotton. This guy's a closer, so I don't want him there, obviously. But I picked up Jarrell Cotton because I think he might be like a decent little pickup if we ever need like a long reliever or something like that. So I'm going to get all this sorted out. But this is the MLB squad. You guys can see it here. I think the bullpen looks a lot better than what it did last year. And then the lineup, we only made one change, which was adding Domingo Santana. But overall, I'm pretty happy with the squad, and I think we should be in a good spot going forward. So season 1, let's see how it goes. Alrighty, September time. Let's see how we're doing. We're just under 90 wins, so I don't think we're going to make the postseason. Oh, we actually hit 90 wins. Okay. We will. We won the division. Really, 95-67, taking on the Braves. So league leaders, Ketel Marte for home runs. And I saw that Archie Bradley had the most saves. He got tied. So, okay. So we had the saves and home runs. Rookie of the year for Luzardo and delivery man of the year for Archie Bradley. We won by 1 game. Okay. So we would have made the postseason no matter what. And then let's take a look at the team. Madison Bumgarner looks really solid, and you can see that one pitcher is different in the starting rotation. So Zach Gallen was atrocious. He had a 7 ERA almost, and I was like, you know what? It's I think it was just July, and I saw that like on the little sim screen, you can see how like a pitcher's doing with the like ERA and stuff. I saw Zach Gallen was really high. I was like, we got to get him out. We need to make the postseason this year, and so I decided to make the change. I brought in Duplantier, and you can see that was the right decision. In real life, I'm not high on Duplantier. I think he's kind of at the point where they need to figure out, is he going to be a reliever? Is he a starting pitcher? Does he have what it takes to make the majors, like the squad, on a regular basis? But for now, you know what? In this rebuild, he's doing solid, so I'm going to keep him around. And the whole starting rotation did pretty solid. And even looking at some of these guys down here, I'm actually kind of happy with what we have going forward. So let's take a look here. Matt Andriese was it was okay. Yohan Lopez, disappointing. Alex Claudio was pretty solid. Cishek was good. Chafin was not good, so I'm gonna let him walk in free agency. Sergio Romo was really good. He's just going down because of age, so I think I signed him for a year, so I'll probably let him walk. And then Archie Bradley was lights out, which is perfect. We need that closer. Our bench, pretty bad. Looking at our farm system, we have Seth Beer, who's another first baseman. We don't really need another first baseman, but we might have to make way with one of these extra first basemen that we have. Asuaje's looking like our second baseman. Center field is sorted with Ketel Marte. Eduardo Escobar is doing well. Peralta, the freight train's doing great. Jake Lamb's like our first baseman. I don't really see like the need to have Christian Walker, Kevin Crone, and Jake Lamb, and then Seth Beer coming up. We need to figure out something to do with that, or we need to figure out what to do with that. I said that weirdly. Domingo Santana did really well, so he might be our right fielder going forward. Nick Ahmed, that's not terrible for Nick Ahmed. I'll take that. And then catcher, okay. So overall, really happy with the team. Let's see how we do against the Braves, and we got swept. Okay. So there's that. Let's just go into the offseason. The Astros defeated the Cubs, and let's see what we can do with this squad, because I feel like we're in a good spot. I know we have a lot of money to work with, almost $4 million, which is stupid money in MLB The Show. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring back David Peralta. I think, you know, for the rest of the rebuild, we might as well just keep him as part of the squad. Let's give him like that. Steve Cishek, you know what? He can be our setup guy for one more year. Jake Lamb, I do want to bring back as well. We'll see if he takes that. We'll see. Chafin, I don't want. Nick Ahmed, we're about to get a lot of good shortstops available, so I feel like if we can, you know, ride out his terrible hitting for one more year and then just go big next year with the shortstop, I think that'll definitely help us. And as good as Sergio Romo was, I'm going to let him walk, because I feel like we can get a younger guy who's going to progress in rating and help us out. So there's one guy in the 40-man. We might bring him up. We'll see. Or add him to the 40-man. Definitely going to do everybody except for Yasmani Tomas. He was good for us in 2019, but I feel like we can use that money somewhere else. Contracts, offering everybody a contract. And this is where, do we bring back Robbie Ray? No, we don't. I think our starting rotation is really solid. I think we could do with some help here in the relief core. So maybe pick up another young guy to make like a package deal for a trade. Catcher, I'm still not sure about. First base, we have way too many. Second base, we look like we're set. Third base, we're good. Shortstop, like I said, it would be great to pick up a good shortstop now, but I'm gonna hold off for a season. David Peralta didn't like our deal. I'm gonna make it even better. I'm gonna sweeten the deal so that he doesn't turn us down. And then center field, we're set. Right field, we have Domingo Santana. So I think just pitching. We get that pitching sorted, we're winning World Series for sure. All right, we're gonna trade for just a little bit better of a bullpen arm. Silvino Bracco's, it's not terrible. He actually has some pretty decent stats. And now that I'm looking at him a little bit more, and I'm looking at Jacob Barnes, I'm like, they're almost identical. But you know what? We're gonna go for Barnes. We're also getting rid of two like low potential, low rated players. So this is the team. You guys can kind of look at it now. We brought in Andrew Miller, another lefty, to help us out. I do want to find a new long reliever. I just don't have the faith in Zach Gallen. I do have the faith in the starting rotation. And then offensively, I think we're really solid too. I looked at shortstops that I could trade for. Bogarts is a little bit out of our range for price wise, unless we give up like one of our top players currently. So I tried to get Xander Bogaerts. I really did. I wanted to get him into the squad because he looks really, really good, and I just couldn't get him into the team. Another player was Tim Anderson, who was another really good option that I could have traded for. And I could do that trade, and I was like, ooh, he would really fit the lineup. He would help us out. And I was looking at other shortstops. There's Glaber. I was trying to avoid like the players who become free agents, since we usually get them, like Correa, Baez, Lindor, Trey Turner, Trevor Story. And I thought Trevor Story was a player that'd be interesting because we don't normally get him in free agency. So I was thinking, you know what? Let's just wait and let's just get Trevor Story in free agency. And then I was like, man, do I get Tim Anderson though? Because like I looked at his stats, and he actually looks like really good. He's hit close to 300 the last 2 seasons, 30 plus home runs. And I'm like, I kind of want Tim Anderson. And that would allow us to get our top pitcher if we need to next year, because his contract is super friendly. So let me see if I can get Tim Anderson. Let me see what the deal was that I did. I think I gave them Christian Walker or Kevin Cron. It was one of the two. And then I went with one of these shortstop prospects. Now I don't remember the trade. Or was it Seth Beer that got this? So this would have been the trade for Tim Anderson. And now I'm looking at it and I'm like, I would rather trade for a top pitcher. I don't know. You know what? We're going to go Tim Anderson. It's crazy. We gave up a lot, but we're going to go Tim Anderson. So now we have a new shortstop. Boom. I wasn't expecting to do it. I was going to wait till next year to get a shortstop, but let's do it. And then I think we have an extra player in the MLB, which means we're going to send down one of these 3 guys, or we could trade them. Let's just send them down. Let's do that. Boom. That's going to be our team. So you guys see it now, long and drawn out. We can bring up Tim Anderson in the lineup. He probably wants to be a star, right? Maybe have him, maybe Ketel Marte lead off, Tim Anderson right behind him. Okay, I'll get the lineup set up. You saw it. Here's the pitching rotation once again. Zach Gallen, I'm a little unsure about, but we'll see how it goes. I'll see you guys at the end of season 2. All right, September time. We know the drill. Let's see how we're doing. Almost 90 wins already. At one point, we were like 40 and 15, so we kind of cooled off. But things are looking good. 100 wins. That's a great season for us. And let's take a look. Archie Bradley had the most saves. Ketel Marte had the most RBIs. And Madison Bumgarner and Luzardo also had some good stats to have there for league leaders. Awards-wise, we had 2 Gold Gloves and then a Delivery Man of the Year. So did Domingo Santana get sent down? It looks like he did. Why? He only played 14 games? It looks like we're just low on players. That makes a little bit of sense, which is weird because I thought I filled the roster up. So I guess we lost out on Cron, who we sent down, Blake Swihart, and then Domingo Santana. And Tim LoCastro. So we just lost like our whole bench, and we still made the postseason. It also rearranged my lineup. That's annoying. Huh. So we're gonna have to fix that. But looking at the team, I'm pretty happy with the way things went. How the team was. We were limited on players, so we're gonna have to change that. Pitching though, okay. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Jarrell Cotton, I put him up instead of Zach Gallen, and I'm actually really happy that I did that because it's looking like Jarrell Cotton was a really solid bullpen arm. Holy cow. And then looking at our bullpen, I'm not changing it. I'm leaving it as is because yes, he only had 3. I don't understand what the CPU completely screwed up this team, and the fact that we won 100 games because of it, I don't understand. But we're gonna go into the postseason now. I was gonna say we should be able to call up a couple guys, so I wonder if we can get like Domingo Santana on the roster. That's annoying. Okay, so we're going against the Braves. Let's see what happens. We get a win, and we swept them. So we got revenge this time. And as much as I like the way the rotation is looking, I'm going to get our best foot forward because we need our pitching to carry us through our very small lineup. And 2 straight sweeps. We're taking on the Angels in the World Series. Holy cow. This team is like kind of gross. Now that I say that, we're probably going to get swept. But everything's looking good. We didn't win or we didn't lose a single game in the playoffs. What? We swept every team we came against. What have we created? Carlos Asuaje, Christian Walker. What? Maybe that's the key. Maybe it's some sort of glitch that you just need 2 people on the bench. Holy cow. What have we created? This team is insane. I think we found something here. So we do have some players in the farm system that I really want to bring up, like this Marcos Acevedo guy. I think he looks really, really good. But who do we replace? I don't think Andrew Miller's not coming back. But he had a really good... Oh, man. I don't know what I'm going to do. We just won a World Series Season 2, and I didn't expect that. What? I'm just dumbfounded by what just happened. So, Steve Cishek, 35 years old. Do we replace him with that Acevedo guy? I do want to bring back Eduardo Escobar. He's just really consistent. So, we're going to just do that. Alex Claudio, yes, because we do need the lefty. So let's do that. And Andrew Miller, I don't know about those 2 yet. I want to bring them back because it's looking like, you know, we had a really good bullpen. We probably shouldn't mix anything up, but we're gonna bring back Cishek. We're gonna bring back Cishek for a season. Or, I don't know, man. I don't know. Do we? Yeah, we do. Oh man, I'm just so torn now. Jake Lamb has declined his option. Why would you do that to us? Come back to our team. Like, why would he decline that option? We need him in the squad. So let's see if he signs. If he doesn't, I mean, there's probably going to be another first base option. I'm going to offer everybody a contract for sure. And then looking at our options, starting pitching looks like it's set. All right, this is where I want to improve a little bit. Maybe bring in like a Kenley Jansen. Jake Lamb doesn't want our offer. All right, that's fine, I guess. I guess we'll just go after somebody else. Depending on what's our first base look like. We have Crone and Walker. Oh, man, I don't know. I feel like I just need to fill the farm system and let everybody that we already had on the team do their job because we won a World Series and I feel like the team's really good already. So let's see what we can do. I might add a bullpen arm or something, but I feel like this team's in a really good spot. Alrighty, final season. We're going for Gary Sanchez. I want a little bit more pop in the lineup, another catcher that can add a little bit. And Gary Sanchez is that guy. We're going to trade Carson Kelly. As good as he has been, he's up to an 87, really good fielding. He hasn't hit above 228. And you know what? I feel like Gary Sanchez is that guy that's going to help us with a little more oomph in the lineup, if you know what I'm trying to say. So we're going to move him up in the lineup. Not too sure how we're going to get him higher in the lineup. What's he want? He wants to be a star. So he wants to be in the top 4. And I'm going to have to find a way to get him into the top 4 of the lineup. He might just go there. And then maybe Peralta drops down. That might have to be the way we do it. And then, yeah, that's going to be the team. The team looks gross, as you guys can tell. It's unreal. We have a very, very scary lineup. Yeah, let's go like that. Looking at it, I like it. You guys can see what we're rocking with. It is a very strong team. I made sure no players are going down into the minors because the CPU handles everything. I have it all set up. Every roster's full. Every roster's the right way. We brought up this Marcos Acevedo guy. The bullpen did very, very well last year. I didn't want to change too much. The only one we let go was we let Andrew Miller go, and that was it. Starting rotation did well. Yes, we could probably go out and get another really good starting pitcher, but you know what? I don't really want to. I feel like this is a really good team. Our budget is actually still very good, so I guess we could go out and get another good pitcher, but I don't know. I like the team. I like it. So let's see how it goes. We'll see how this last season plays out. We've already won one World Series. Let's see if we can win a second. Alrighty, we're in September. We've already won 90 games. Things are looking pretty good. As far as I know, the CPU didn't change anything. At least I'm hoping they didn't change anything. But the team looks good. We're about to win 100 games. I'm assuming that means we're making the playoffs. 106 and 56 winner, or we're taking on the winner of the wild card. League leaders, Ketel Marte for home runs and Bumgarner for complete games. When we take a look at awards, we had a Gold Glove and a Delivery Man of the Year. So I'm liking it. The team looks solid. We're ranked 4th. So things got to be going well. And let's take a look at this pitching rotation. Madison Bumgarner, clearly the ace, unreal. Jesus Luzardo, holy cow. Look at those stats for our 1 and 2. That is nutty. That is gross. Who won Cy Young over these two guys? Fair enough. 199 ERA, 0.95 WHIP. All right, that's fair. You deserve to win it. Jeez. Luke Weaver was solid. Whoa, Duplantier. And okay, we have to have the nastiest rotation in baseball. Jarrell Cotton didn't do as well. Neither did Alex Claudio. Barnes and Cishek kind of let us down, but then Bradley's the guy that's like, you know what, I got you. Don't worry about it. I'm shutting it down. We're gonna win this game. So let's take a look at the lineup, see how things went. Pretty disappointing. Asuaje was okay, not terrible. Tim Anderson kind of cooled off as well with the average, but the home runs and RBIs are still there. Ketel Marte is still a beast. Gary Sanchez hits bombs. That's what I wanted him to do. David Peralta was solid. Jake Lamb was solid. I mean, everybody was pretty good. Besides Christian Walker, I'm really happy with the team. It is so good. Budget-wise, we're in a really good spot. And a couple players do become free agents, but you could definitely bring them back and still create a really good team here, especially with some players coming up through the farm system. Every single player in AAA is at least a 70. So that's good. You got a couple 70s in AA as well. You got some really good pitching. In the farm system that you could use. So this team is set for the future. We've already won one World Series. Let's see what we can do against the Braves yet again. We swept them just like last time. And then let's get this set up because we're playing the Pirates. And they have the Cy Young winning Jameson Taillon. So we are gonna advance. We did lose a game this time, but we're taking on the Astros. Okay. Astros, Diamondbacks. Can we get a second World Series? Can we do it? We're facing elimination. So you know what? Let's hop into it. Let's see what we can do with this squad. Can we get this win? Let's go Bumgarner. And let's get into it. Bases loaded. Really? All right, so they got Akiyama, they got Straw, Jordan. Oh wow, that team's really good. They got JT Realmuto too. No wonder why they're in the World Series. They got a stacked team. They got Kluber on the mound. Tie ball game 2-2. All right. So this is a little intense. No wonder why they're in the World Series. No wonder why they're such a good team. They are stacked. It's a little. I was gonna say it's a little quiet as we're losing 4-2 now. 5-2. Let's get some runs here. What's going on with our offense? It's just completely dead. Bumgarner goes 7. It's a 5-2 game. And yeah, our there we go. I was gonna say our offense is just super quiet. We're gonna take him out just to be safe. We're gonna go. Let's go Acevedo. See how he does. Gives up a home run, makes it a 3-run game once again. And it all comes down to this. Okay. Oh, don't toy with me like this. You know what? I'm psyched about this team. This is a solid team. We created a really good team here. Like, holy cow. Who would have thought that this, you look at these players and you're like, oh yeah, okay, they're decent. Bumgarner, obviously, Luzardo, obviously, but then you get Luke Weaver, Duplantier, Alex Young. You look at this bullpen, you're like, okay, there's a couple good names in there. Nothing too special. You look at this lineup, yeah, you got Tim Anderson, you got Ketel Marte, Gary Sanchez, the freight train, but then you look at the rest and it's like, okay, decent players, They just went to 2 straight World Series, won one of them. You got a good budget to work with, like a really good budget to work with. You got a good farm system. I really like this rebuild, and I hope you did too. If you did, thumbs up down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and enjoyed the content. And as always, in the comment section, let me know future videos you would like to see. All social media links down in the description below. And then let me know future videos you guys want to see, because I definitely like doing these rebuilds. I like doing the MLB news videos. You guys seem to like those as well, so I'm going to continue to do them. On screen now are going to be 2 videos, my most recent video and one that YouTube recommends. If you haven't seen either of them, go and check them out, and I'll catch you all in the next video, guys. Peace.